When installing a network, it's a good idea to make sure you have surge protectors on hand. You will first need a smartphone with the app installed. The app is available for both iOS and Android phones and devices. To install the app on an iPhone, simply follow these steps. Your screen may look different depending on your iPhone version, but the steps are the same. Locate and open your app store. Tap the search icon shaped like a magnifying glass. Tap on the search bar to bring up the keyboard. Type OmniShield and then tap the search button. It should pull up the OmniShield app with the green shield on a light blue background. Tap the Get button to download the app. After the app has installed, an Open icon will appear. Tap the Open icon to launch the app. After opening the app, do not continue until you have connected the Comlink. To install the app on your Android phone, simply follow these steps. Your screen may look different depending on your Android version, but the steps are the same. Locate and open your Play Store. Tap in the search bar at the top to open your keyboard. Type in OmniShield. Tap on the results that say OmniShield with the green shield icon on a light blue background. Tap Install. After the app has installed, an Open icon will appear. Tap the Open icon to launch the app. After opening the app, do not continue until you have connected the Comlink. After installing the app, locate the homeowner's router and prepare an area near it to install the Comlink. Plug the power cord into the Comlink and the outlet to turn the unit on. Plug one end of the Ethernet cable into the back of the Comlink and plug the other end of the Ethernet cable into an available Ethernet port on the back of the router. When the connection has been established, the blue radio icon will begin to blink slowly. Once in bind mode, you will need to use the app for the remaining steps of the installation. On the first screen, you will be greeted with Continue Setup with Ethernet or Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi installation takes specialized instructions and requires support staff many times, along with the homeowner knowing the Wi-Fi code. For the best result, always choose Ethernet when possible. The app will then ask you to enter the serial number and security key for the Comlink. These numbers are found on the label of the Comlink. Enter the serial number from the Comlink. Tap the security key field and enter the security key found on the label of the Comlink. Click Done on your keyboard or the green Register button when you have finished. Once you have registered the Comlink, the app will require information regarding the customer. Take your time to fill out all of these fields accurately. Once you begin typing a street address, the app will intuitively suggest addresses by location. If you see the correct address, select it from the list for autofill, or you can continue manually. In the field labeled Authorized Dealer, type the dealership you work with. In the field labeled Safety Advisor, type in your name. Then click Next on your keyboard. The dealer phone number should be filled out with your dealer's office number. This is very important. After filling this out, click Done on your keyboard. Now the app will require you to add at least one emergency contact before continuing. Make sure to add the homeowner as the primary emergency contact. Click the plus symbol in the top right of the screen. Enter the primary contact's first name. Enter the primary contact's last name. In the mobile field, Be sure the primary contact's number is accurate and capable of receiving text messages. Next, enter the homeowner's email address. For the alert options, keep everything in the default position toggled on for the homeowner. When adding additional contacts later, such as neighbors or friends, you will want to turn off everything except the emergency. Next, click the green Add button to add this contact. Once the contact appears on the screen, click the green Done button to continue with the install. After at least one contact has been entered and you click Done, the screen will display a green button labeled Add Sensors. Click the Add Sensors button to begin binding sensors to the network. The first unit in the app is always the comlink. Click the comlink named Unnamed Location to edit the name of the comlink. Next, click the Edit button at the top right of the screen. From the drop-down list, you can choose a predefined location, or you may choose Custom and type another location. After you have entered a location for the comlink, the screen will display Saved Successfully. Now click the back arrow at the top of the screen to return to your list of sensors. The comlink should update to the name you have just entered. Next, activate each sensor and name them in the app. Make sure the comlink is still blinking the blue icon, which indicates bind mode is active. To activate a smoke sensor, slide the switch on the back of the unit in the direction of the clear arrow labeled Activate. Once bound, all the icons will light up in a row. Next, the sensor will appear in the app as a smoke icon identified as Unnamed Location. Just like naming the comlink, click on the Unnamed Location. Click Edit from the top right. From the list, choose a predefined name or choose Custom to enter your own. Then click the back arrow at the top left to return to the list of sensors. Repeat these steps for each smoke, heat, or carbon monoxide sensor. To add a water sensor, make sure the comlink is still blinking the blue icon to indicate bind mode is active. To activate a water sensor, place your index finger across the gold contacts on the back of the unit. Keeping your finger across the contact, use your thumb to press the test button on the front of the unit one time. The water sensor will begin to blink blue as it searches for the comlink. Next, the sensor will appear in your app as a water icon titled Unnamed Location. Just like naming the other units, click on the Unnamed Location. Click Edit from the top right. From the list, choose a predefined name or choose Custom to enter your own. Then click the back arrow at the top left to return to the list of sensors. To add a bed shaker, make sure the comlink is still blinking the blue icon to indicate bind mode is active. To activate a bed shaker, insert the 3 batteries in the order labeled in the battery compartment. The labels are 1, 2, and 3, and the outline shows you the positive and negative ends of the battery. After all 3 batteries have been installed properly, the bed shaker will begin to blink blue as it searches for the comlink. When bound, the icons will light up in a row and immediately go off, accompanied by a honk of the unit's horn. Next, the sensor will appear in the app as a bed shaker icon identified as Unnamed Location. Just like naming the other units, click on the Unnamed Location. Click Edit from the top right. From the list, choose a predefined name or choose Custom to enter your own. Then, click the back arrow at the top left to return to the list of sensors. After all sensors have been successfully added and named within the app, you can now install the brackets and mount each sensor in its appropriate location. Make sure all heat sensors are set to their proper temperatures. If you need to change the fixed temperature of a heat sensor, follow these simple instructions. Hold the test button of the heat sensor down. The sensor will beep and begin to display a series of yellow icon flashes. And on the third yellow flash, release the button. The alarm will then light up the temperature that it is currently set for. Push the test button to toggle through the settings. Yellow indicates 117 degrees, blue is 135 degrees, and red is 175 degrees. Once the correct light is on, do not hit any buttons, and the unit will lock in that temperature. Installing sensors on ceilings or wall spaces is as easy as hanging a photograph. Simply line the bracket up in a parallel manner, insert the screws provided, and then by simply placing the sensor in a 45-degree manner and then turning it clockwise, you will install the sensor. Occasionally, a unit may have to be installed in a 45-degree angle or different manner. In that case, it's okay if the customer prefers it. Remember to check all heat sensors to make sure the temperature is accurate at installation. While installing sensors on sheetrock walls and ceilings seems easy, finding a 2x4 or stud is even easier inside of attics, crawl spaces, and unfinished rooms. Simply line your bracket up with the stud and use the provided screws to make sure you have a snug fit. Always use caution not to drill too far because the bracket can bend. Water sensors should be placed in areas where water leaks commonly occur. Remember to check all water sensors to make sure the freeze and flood features are on or off as desired upon installation. Remember to check all bed shakers to ensure that the water feature is on or off depending on the customer's taste. Bed shakers should be placed on a nightstand or beside a bed with the vibrating puck inserted between the mattress and box springs. When testing a carbon monoxide sensor, 4 beeps of the horn will follow with 4 beeps more. Then the network will respond with 4 beeps, a pause, and 4 more beeps. When testing a smoke or heat sensor, the units will chirp 3 times. This is called a T3 pattern or temporal T3 pattern horn. After the install, transferring the app to the customer's phone is a simple process. Follow the same instructions at the beginning of this video to get the app on their Apple or Android phone. After opening the app, they will be greeted with the same message as you did when you began the install. The screen with the option to continue setup with Ethernet or Wi-Fi will appear. At the bottom of that screen is a blue text that reads, "Add phone or tablet to existing network." Have the customer click that blue text to add their phone to the network. The app will then ask the customer to enter the serial number and security key from the label off the comlink. Once entered, click register, and everything you entered during the installation will now be uploaded to their phone.